To start this guide, we'll first cover the foundation of all rolling, which is the grip you use. There are many different ways players anchor and roll the controller, so to help decide which is best for you, I'll be going over all notable grips as well as the benefits and challenges of each. The first and possibly most important decision when choosing your grip is if you want to be a left-hand or right-hand roller. On the surface, this may seem like a simple question, but there are major factors that differ depending on which hand you use. First is the orientation of the controller. When rolling with the left hand, the controller is oriented upright, while when rolling with the right hand, the controller is upside down. This causes your inputs to be reversed when right hand rolling. In this aspect, left hand rolling is more intuitive since you wouldn't have to relearn the muscle memory to use backwards controls. However, most of the population is right-handed and would have a harder time rolling with their left. There do exist special controllers called Goofy Foots where the inputs are naturally reversed. However, if you do plan on rolling with your right hand, I recommend that you simply drill in the muscle memory of backwards controls, since it doesn't take too long, and once you have it down, you'll keep it forever. The last difference between which hand you use is the space you have to support the controller. When rolling, your anchor hand will have three main parts: the thumb on the D-pad, 1 or 2 fingers to rotate, and the rest of the fingers to support the controller. When comparing left hand and right hand rolling, you can see that with the left hand, you don't have much space for support since the buttons are so close to the bottom, whereas with the right hand, there's a lot more room to hold down the controller. This would mean right hand rolling is theoretically more consistent since the extra space you have for support would give you much more stability. Of course, there isn't a definitive better hand to use, which is evident when looking at the top players. Alex T, the current world champion, and Dog, the current world record holder and first to achieve Rebirth, both use their left hand to roll, while Blue Scooty, the first player to crash the game, as well as me, both use our right hand to roll. So in the end, whichever hand you use really boils down to personal preference.